Venezianico is becoming a bit of a powerhouse of semi-affordable and excellent releases. There were some doubters around in their new in-house movements just launched in a limited release of 200, but what is clearly a growing fan base made sure these watches, despite a higher price, sold out in 5 whole minutes. Now luckily, this is not a brand that will forget about their fan base that appreciate affordable, well-made and beautiful watches, and probably the worst thing I've said about the Nereide models in the past is that they are a tad large at 42mm generally. But behold, a new version in a very wearable 39mm that would look just as home on wrists of all sizes. If you're one of these people that don't like bronze, this is a little different. In this composition, it won't turn green but rather darken, much like one of my favorite watches that is still in my collection, the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. And if you ever want to restore it to its almost rose gold initial appearance, a lemon bath and an old toothbrush will have it sparkle in no time. Personally, I love this material and the way it darkens with wear. And it has some history too, with Venetian divers helmets made from bronze. It doesn't rust or disintegrate and was therefore ideal for underwater repairs in the lagoon. I've handled a ton of black and bronze watches, and it's a combination that is as classic as it is eye-catching. So this time I thought I would have a look at a white and bronze, but know that this release is in both black and this ivory color. So let's get stuck into this new release from the brand. Pre-orders open on 6 May 2025, and let me help you decide right now if you should pre-order one. The box experience is always top-notch. I mean, why would you not draw inspiration from your environment when you're both Italian and happen to literally have the word Venice in your name? Once again, punching well above their weight here. So as mentioned, this is a more compact version of the Nereide model, and diameter is 39mm. Lug to lug is 45mm and is only 10.8mm thick. It weighs in at a hair over 90 grams, and you could quite easily take this for a recreational dive with its 200-meter water resistance. All excellent specs in my book. Getting closer to this dial, the shade is described as ivory, and I can see why that was chosen since it's almost a silvery white with some interesting textures up close. I like it very much as a shade of white, and I think you will too. At just under the 12, we get an applied cross logo that holds up to very close-up shots no problem, as does the printed wordmark, and same with the model name at just above the 6. No complaints here at all, and well done color matching that bronze word to the case. The applied indices are all very good as per usual with this brand, but one thing I've highlighted in the past is the smallish, skinny hands, and ironically, these now fit this size case much better than the larger 42, so the proportions to me are perfect now. The quality here is also extremely good, and the semi-skeletonized approach and the color matching to the case is all spot on. All the indices are pretty much perfect as well. You can find a mark here and a tiny spot there if you really look hard under extreme macro, but seriously, that's no different on watches that cost 10 times this amount. So the quality on offer on this well-balanced time-only dial is very, very good. Now annoyingly for me, I can't even complain that much about the bezel since these Nereide bezel actions are just so good, which I talk about every time. Smooth and grippy to turn, and once again fully loomed. There is about a half a second backplay, which I've not experienced on previous Nereide models, but it's not like it's loose. You have to push it backward to notice. In terms of feel, it reminds me of the Seiko bezels, but this one lines up, being the main difference, I suppose. A sapphire crystal with a good amount of AR coating covers the dial, and it can appear a tiny bit pinkish purple at times, which is the AR coating in action. The case is basically a standard dive case with downward sloping lugs and hefty crown guards. The screw-in crown is easy to grip and signed, so when you decide or must wind the movement manually, that's easy to do with zero frustrations. The case and crown is obviously the parts that will darken more over time and lose its sheen slightly. But that's part of the charm with bronze watches, and that is what you're signing up for. Having a look at the underside, we get a steel back, so no bronze on your skin, with what I assume is 4 horses pulling a chariot, but also somehow on a marble structure. Looks pretty whatever's going on here, and behind this ticks the Miyota 9039 automatic movement that hacks and hand winds and offers a power reserve of about 42 hours. Always a solid choice that keeps costs manageable and quality consistent. The strap is a white so-called tropical strap, which is really nice and soft and also plenty ventilated. These types are the best rubber straps in my opinion, since both water and sweat is managed well. A lovely signed bronze buckle ensures the consistency is there with the case. With something as vibrant as this, you can have a bit of fun with straps, so let's look at some options here, but of course you won't get a color match buckle in this case. The Lume is really good across the board, but I would have preferred clearer contrasting hands here since they do disappear a little. It's really quite fun to watch this brand grow from strength to strength. I said it before in how nice the team is behind these watches, and I love how they keep releasing all these fun iterations on existing cases. And of course, the new in-house movement and fancy dial designs will be fun to keep an eye on throughout this year and next. With this particular watch, I can see this go on all genders from small wrists to my slightly above average one, no problems. And at €800, it's reasonably affordable and definitely quality for money. I am moving away from larger watches more and more, and 39 to 40 is really my ideal size. And whilst we might be going into dark winters here in Australia, this would be an amazing summer watch for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere that soon start hanging out on beaches and boats. So what do you think? Are you tempted to add one to your collection? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.